A new species of dumbass has crash landed on the planet Earth. Fucking incels. If you aren't aware of this latest internet meme, incel is short for involuntarily celibate. They view their virginity as a permanent condition and have since formed an online community to mope about it for everyone else's enjoyment. If you're a man who actually identifies with half of the world's population being your own sex, do yourself a favor and don't take this personally. Speaking for myself, I approach these glorified virgins the exact same way I approach first world feminists, with a detached amusement, clinical deconstruction, and with no regard whatsoever for their feelings. I don't give a shit what you were born as. You're either a joker or a fucking joke. But incels are something lower than a joke. Unlike their feminist counterparts, these people are so low that pretty much anyone can throw garbage at them without interfering with their precious beliefs. You know, they're like homeless people of the internet. Libcuck commies hate them because they're misogynists and they hate women, and libertarians hate them because they want the government to coddle them and provide them with girlfriends. And I'm not exaggerating. If the Canadian government implemented a state girlfriend distribution program, I guarantee these attacks would stop. Oh, you can be sure of that, eh? Referring, of course, to some shit that happened in Toronto, perpetrated by an incel. He didn't even have a gun on him, he just ran a bunch of people over. Didn't quite live up to the body count of his supreme leader, Elliot Rodger. But suppose we tried out this hypothetical girlfriend program. How would this even work? What, you just get a note in the mail like a draft? You are now ordered to hang out with this guy. Report to Starbucks at 12 o'clock where you will be provided a male partner. Go on and fuck for your country. Yeah, good luck selling that idea. You might as well be a door-to-door dick salesman. You're gonna get a lot of doors slammed in your face, except for maybe one kindly 90-year-old lady who thinks you're selling Girl Scout cookies because she's half deaf. She might invite you in for a glass of warm milk, and then before you know it, you're passed out unconscious, and then she brings her husband in. Oh, what do we have here, Camille? And Bill Cosby rapes you unconscious and sends you on your way like the bitch that you are. Maybe if it was more of a quick fuck social program, we could have a talk. But a girlfriend program, that would be more work for me, if anything. Gotta take a bitch places, keep her entertained, draining my wallet, and I don't even like going out. I may be a sexist, but I prefer picking my own fucks, even though women by nature do have the upper hand in that arena, and that's just the way it is. There are plenty of things wrong with the courting process that I think we can simplify as a culture, but not like this. You know, perhaps maybe a wristband system for people at the bar. Red means stop, green means I'm accepting applications. I don't know, you know, but in the real world, men are ideally supposed to overcome their insecurities by becoming more or less gods through acquiring their own skill sets. You know, instead of catching fish with your bare hands like a retard, you would invent a net or a pole, and then you'd buy a boat with an even bigger net once you've gotten enough money for your fish. That's how you become a fuck master, so to speak. You know, basic advancement. But you've never had a job, so you wouldn't understand the concept of earning your way, a little incel. This girlfriend program might make a good premise for a sci-fi comedy film, but that's about it. Now, like any other failed online community, these incels have code names for groups of people they like to hate. When they talk about a guy that women find attractive, they refer to him as Chad. Dreamboat Chad is stealing all the women's from us. Chad is a big meanie. Oh, look, it's Chad, everybody. Chad.
You want some ginger ale, do you? Yeah, Chad can't get enough of this precious ginger ale. Oh, no. I'll tell you what, Chad. Why don't I call up the ginger ale headquarters, have them back up a tanker truck to your mouth, so Chad can some ginger ale till there's no more ginger ale for the rest of the Earth's population.
Chad sounds like a player, which makes you a player hater. You know, I might want to hang out with Chad so I can get some side pussy. And how many Chads really exist in the world anyway? Most men, from what I can tell, are only capable of holding down one girlfriend at a time unless they have a shitload of money, in which case they acquire hoes who go on to appear in music videos. So which one do you really want, girlfriend or hoe? I prefer hoes. There are so many factors to being a Chad, and they do exist. But do I really have to sit you down like a child and tell you that life is a giant unfair pile of shit? Are you that naive? But the names don't stop there. If we all had the financial privileges of being raised by Linda and Steve, maybe we would have sufficient funds to woo Veronica or Stacy. Think about it. So the reason Chads are winning the war for pussy is not because they're charming and funny and handsome like me. It's because they were given nice clothes by their super cool rich parents, always named Linda and Steve. Yeah, because that's why rich parents spoil their children, to train them to be fuck soldiers. Yeah, get that pussy, boy. Fuck her with the Timbs, I'll make sure they're always on. Here, I got your back. Yeah, fuck that pussy. Faster. At the edge of the bed with a stopwatch. Second over your best time. This is bullshit, son. I want to see improvement on your stroke, or you get the car keys taken away for 1 whole hour. And apparently, this loser's definition of a thug is a man who's well-dressed. You know, because whenever you see a guy robbing a gas station or a liquor store caught on camera, he's always clothed in the flyest sports apparel. Compared to the cost of clothes on the right, with the gamer, because gamers are now a fucking social class to these inbreds, and Chads never play video games. Here's another incel tragedy. We see a guy in a picture with his girlfriend, holding hands all innocent and shit, and the incels ain't having this. They just cannot fathom the idea that a fat bitch is getting more action than them. For fuck's sake, because of cucks like you, the SMV of women is so high. Women have higher standards because these fucking Chads date also girls below their looks match. Sometimes even girls 3 to 4 points below their rating. Their rating? Don't you mean your rating? I didn't know you incels rated guys too. In that case, why don't you just go fuck each other? The sexual market value of pussies is increasing and increasing. We have to stop this. We have to spread the black pill. For those of you who don't know, the black pill is what happens when too many red pills are swallowed in a short period of time. They should just call it Red It Out, because it is basically a down spiral of depression that these men play up in the hopes that people will feel sorry for them. Well, I don't feel sorry for them. I might feel sorry for you if you tried to score and kept failing and I kept seeing it happen, and I'd be like, I don't get it, man. I guess you're just an unlucky guy. But hey, at least you tried, right? But if you're like this fat sack of shit who's watched too much porn to the point that it's defined your whole worldview, I don't know what to say to you. Go collect your TV dinner that your mom left by your door because she won't even talk to you. You know, you clearly haven't even heard of prostitution, and I wouldn't want to spoil your incel bitch fest by introducing it as a possible solution. I am mad now. Inceldom wouldn't exist if some people wouldn't go for land whales who destroy the balance of the dating scene. Whoa, there's a balance to the dating scene? Huh, where have I heard this one before?
Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness.
Just think of all the effort that went into this post. That could have been a warm load on a keyboard. You know, they don't see pussy as merely a free market commodity. They actually believe it's an economic injustice against them. They're like socialists, but instead of wealth, they want to redistribute sex. They think they're fucking Milton Freeman or something. If Chad steals your girl, you're a cuck. If you steal a girl off another dude, you're still the cuck somehow for dating used goods. The only good woman is a pure virgin one, which literally doesn't exist after a certain age. If you settle for anything less than a pure virgin, then you're a cuck. Thus, you are left with literally no options. You hear that, Supreme Gentlemen? You have no options. If the game is rigged against you, why even bother trying to get laid? You wouldn't want to risk being a cuck, would you? Because apparently, even though incels claim to be involuntarily celibate, they might just kick your ass if you actually succeed at getting laid. Well, I take that back. Kicking your ass would actually require that you come out of your man cave. Somebody bring me a wheelchair, because the irony here is crippling. Perhaps you should call yourself Volcells or just join the priesthood. I cannot think or comprehend of anything more cuck than having a daughter. Honestly, think about it rationally. You are feeding, clothing, raising, and rearing a girl for at least 18 years solely so she can go and get ravaged by another man. All the hard work you put into your beautiful little girl, reading her stories at bedtime, making her go to sports practice, making sure she had a healthy diet, educated, play with, all it has one simple result. Her body more enjoyable for the men of fucking every hole. Raise a perfect girl gray. Who benefits? If you're lucky, a random man who had nothing to do with the way she grew up, who marries her. He is the fuck tight pussy every night. He is the benefits of her kind, sweet personality kid. Okay, this one actually has a valid point. I can't argue with this. You know, raising children offers no long-term happiness or reward. And if you expect anything in return, congratulations, you just played yourself. Now, this is just what happens when you raise kids in general, but the fanfic style in which this one is written leaves a lot of questions. This reminds me of one of those crazy Baptist folks who engage in purity balls with their daughters.
I don't need a boyfriend. Yeah.
It's your dad.
Yeah. I don't need a boyfriend because I have my dad that's already filled by a man.
And Jesus.
Yeah, and Jesus.
You know, I encourage my daughters to come sit on my lap. We snuggle. We sit by the fireplace. There's absolutely nothing sexual in
Back. The worst thing about women is they all know our theories are true. Notice that not a single woman actually goes against the most important claims, because it's not about truth for women. They all want chapstick. They all know what your average males say shit. They all know what shit. They all know they're riding the cocktails, but they need to lie. This has been hardwired through millions of years of evolution. In order to survive harsh environments, women need to lie, mislead, hide the truth about their nature. That's why you can't have a discussion about truth with women. How are you going to discuss truth when you're dealing with a liar? The liar will always lie and deceive, because about everything, it's his nature. Well, there you have it then. You seem to have it all figured out. Women of the world, he's got you. Get in line and worship his cock. But then again, don't, because he won't like you anyway. Would you like a blowjob, good sir? No, how dare you, you evil wench! I am an incel. But when the hatred of literally half the population is so deeply embedded in your psyche, not even the most powerful toothless vacuum style blowjob is gonna save you. We all know that isn't gonna solve your premature balding, obesity, and addiction anime. You know what will help? A fucking razor, a treadmill, and a gun to blow your fucking brains out. Oh, choppy edgy, bro! You choppy edgy, bro! No wonder you're miserable. When you stand up, you take the chair with you and pull out another frozen Big Mac from the freezer. And do you know why girls lie to you? So they won't hurt your feelings. That's the truth. But unfortunately, I'm not a girl, so I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm telling you the truth. You're a piece of shit. Get a job. This is how normie men end up in relationships. And there's some Pee Wee Herman looking motherfucker who meets a woman, offers her a flower, trying to be a nice guy. Immediately he is maced, kneed in the groin, tied to a tree, fucked in the ass, impregnated, and that's where babies come from. Damn. Was the person who drew this comic never told? I'd assume not. After all, he is a fucking incel. You know, I've seen some shit in my life, but this strikes me some weird masochist fantasy. I think it's safe to say that whoever drew this wishes they could get pregnant through their ass. Let that one sink in. I made a bingo sheet for every time a normie tries to talk about incels. Wow! Way to go, Grandpa. You make bingo sheets in your spare time? Oh, you must be getting so much pussy. You must be drowning. How are they not head over heels for you? They don't know what they're missing. Anyway, I love a good game of bingo as much as the next World War I veteran, so let's give it the old college try, why don't we? Wait, where's the free space? Oh shit. This is a 5x4 bingo card. Where's the free space? Oh my god. This game is rigged. You can't win. It's been designed that way. How am I supposed to even attempt at bingo without a fucking free space? It's over. I might as well throw in the towel. They gave me a phony bingo card. I can't win. I can't win. It's impossible. No free space. No free space. Why? I want my free space. You will give me my free space. Whoa, just chill, bro. It's game, bro. You're taking it too seriously, bro. No, free space. Free space. What? How's it feel now, boy? What are you talking about? Congratulations, bro. You're no longer a Chad, bro. What was that? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, bro. This pussy's just too good. Nah, bro, sorry, she don't want to fuck you. I mean, I asked. I vouched for you, bro, but, I don't know, go play some bingo or some shit. The mental gymnastics that it requires to be this weak, probably more work than actually scoring. I don't even know what to say to these people. They see themselves as perpetual victims, and their misery loves company. This is exactly the same entitled mindset of the body positivity crowd that preaches fat acceptance. You want acceptance? Fine. I accept that you're a fucking retard loser shut-in with mushrooms growing under your folds. I mean, this is just sad. Come on. I've seen enough of this shit. I need to reevaluate my life. This has been another edition of Rage Win. My name is Jake Jones, and I want to entertain people for a living. If you can get down with that, I would truly appreciate a donation on my Patreon. But if you don't have the sense to chill out, you can always simply, hit subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. It's all in the links below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, let's rage for the win. Fuck yeah.